What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 86 of the Flatworld. So I'm hoping to sort of go in a bit of a different direction with this series. I'm hoping to show a lot more of my face, make it a lot more personal, make it less about Minecraft and more about what I'm up to. And hopefully that'll let me be more creative and just show you guys a little bit more about my life. I've just found, especially after college, that sometimes when I'm trying to relax and just sit back and play games, I have this sort of anxiety where I feel like I'm not being productive enough. And I feel like Minecraft, and especially making videos about Minecraft, is a really good way to like stay creative and express myself without just always painting and drawing. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing those things a lot too, but I'm looking for different ways to use my skills and sort of combine worlds a little bit, like trying to blend my personal life more with my my Mogswamp persona that I've got going here. So today's episode is going to focus on goals, and I'm also going to fill you guys in on a bunch of stuff I've been up to, because I haven't really talked about my life on the channel for a long time. So, goals. I've got a bunch of goals both for my personal life and for the actual Flatworld. So let's start with some goals for the Flatworld. First of all, originally when I started doing the Flatworld, the idea was that everything would be automated, so I could be anywhere in this circular castle base thing and everything would be all in one place. So as far as farmable things go, first of all, there's passive mobs. For the passive mobs, I have those 4 pens surrounding the castle base. The plan for those is that cows and pigs will go in 2 of those. And there can be both free-range farming, where they're just running around, but also the cows and pigs will get funneled back to the base through a tunnel that will let me basically decide what to do with them. So I can milk the cows or kill them for their leather, etc. The sheep, for the most part, are going to be completely free-range, and keep in mind we also have that pre-existing AFK sheep farm that we built over by the Iron Golem farm. The chickens I'm planning on having in the base, which leaves the other pen for horses, so we can do horse breeding in that pen. Rabbits, unfortunately, we can't get on the Flatworld because they only spawn in certain biomes, and the Flatworld is only a plains biome. So it's the same reason we can't get polar bears and wolves and cats, stuff like that. So moving on, we have hostile mobs. So already we have 2 systems that cover skeletons and witches and creepers and zombies. But I'd like to build a slime farm in the base as soon as possible. And then I'd also like to do some sort of enderman farm. We also have an overworld spider farm already built. And then we have a makeshift pig farm built in the nether, but I'd like to improve it. There's some really cool designs out there, including one by this guy, ilmango. And so I'd like to try building that one, possibly. And then finally we have farming as in crops. So we already have that big flashy wheat farm, but it would be really cool to build one of those like automatic bone meal farms where you just kind of sit and right click or whatever. It would be cool to build a really big pumpkin farm as well, now that we have pumpkins. The carrot farm is all done, but the potato farm needs to be hooked up to the little silo thing that we did for the carrot one, so that won't take long. That's a quick fix. We've never built a netherwort farm, so that could be something fun to do, and we also need to find beetroot, because that was added into the game after I sort of stopped playing a lot, so we need to go out and venture for a village to find some beetroot. And then last but not least, goal for the Flatworld is to fix some of the stuff that broke. For example, the tree farm, the wither escaped and sort of blew a bunch of stuff up. The automatic sorting system is all jammed up as well, and the slime block elevator no longer works, as well as the automatic fish farm thing, the AFK fishing thing, that's broken too. Those are all pretty relatively easy fixes, so hopefully we can get some of that stuff fixed. And then we have goals for my personal life. So I'm out of college now, I just graduated, and first of all, I'm about to be unemployed. When I'm recording this, I'm just a few days out. I still am working with the school right now, but after that, I'll no longer be a student, so I gotta find a job. So probably by the time you're seeing this, I'm gonna be unemployed. So that's one of the goals. Another goal of mine is to, keep creative, stay creative. I was an art major in college, and When you're an art major, you sort of have a network and you have artists around you, and there's a lot of inspiration and materials and resources. And now that I'm out of school, I want to make sure that I'm staying creative and continuing that part of my life. And then another goal of mine for this year was to get my finances together, get real organized, start saving up some money, and last but not least, to get a little bit more musical. I really like singing, but I've never been very good at playing any instruments, but I have a guitar, an acoustic guitar. I also have a keyboard, so maybe I can start messing with that stuff, do a little stuff in Fruity Loops, so hopefully start being a little bit more musical too. So yeah, the overall goal for this series from now on is going to be that I'm going to try to, episode by episode, start accomplishing more and more of those goals. So together we can sort of get organized, start doing the things we want to do, and making time for our hobbies and finding ways to express ourselves as well. So the first thing I want to do in the game is to build the slime farm, and I've already got it sort of outlined. So let's pop over there and I will show you that.
Alright guys, so we're here in the Flatworld, as promised. Back home, we got a little lag spike there. It's a little laggy around here, but nonetheless, we will go over here because right over here is where we have our slime chunks, and I actually marked them out, and this is the one we're going to be using. There's another slime chunk actually over here, I'm pretty sure, kind of marked out by these corners right here, but I think we're gonna just keep this one as is and have our true slime farm be over here. So yeah, we got slime spawning already. That proves it. Let's slay these bastards. Ha! Alright, so the slime farm we're going to be using is pretty much the design created by ilmango. He's a very technical Minecraft YouTuber. He's still very active on the on YouTube, making those videos. I am excited to build his farm. I'm actually a big fan of the guy. I'm going to be making a video about him soon to ask him for advice on possibly building an overworld Enderman farm, so look out for that. But anyhow, so we have our slime chunk marked out right here, and so what we need to do now is build up each platform. So we're going to go up to about there. And so let's do that real quick, and I'm gonna tell some stories while we do it, so let's get going. So before I dive into this story, I just wanted to explain these weird purple blocks that are popping up. That's actually the no texture block. Basically what they are is they're the old wooden slabs. If you've played the game for long enough, then you would remember that back in the day, wooden slabs, you actually mined them with a pickaxe, and they were completely fireproof. And so I had made a ton of wooden slabs, and there's still some kicking around, and I hold on to them all because if I ever need to do a project someday where I need some fireproof wood, I can use those slabs to sort of fake it. So kind of interesting. But anyways. So in college, I went to the University of Massachusetts Amherst, and while I was there, I studied animation. I got a minor in art history, and I also got a minor in information technology. Took some painting classes. I took a lot of art history classes, as I said, a lot of animation, a little bit of sculpture here and there. So just recently, I finished my thesis project. Your last semester, you work on one big project and then you have a show. And my project was called Entanglement. It's a 7-minute animation, and it sort of combines 2-dimensional imagery with 3-dimensional imagery. And so if you want to check that out, I'll throw the link down in the description. But anyhow, made a lot of great friends in college. Right away after my freshman year, I moved off campus, so I've been living in my apartment now for almost 3 years, and I really like it. As you can see, I'm very settled in. I've got all my plants and stuff covering the walls and, all my stuff, everything I need. So I graduated a semester early. I graduated in 7 semesters because I had some credit from high school. But the whole time I attended college, I worked at this print shop, and it actually helped me find a job. At the beginning of the video, I was saying how I was unemployed and how I wanted to find a job. So I actually started applying to some local print shops, and it looks like I might have at least a part-time position secured for now, so that's really cool. Takes a little bit of the pressure off. So yeah, I worked at a print shop my whole college career, and that place ended up opening a lot of doors for me. I guess if you're watching this and you haven't gone to college yet, or you're going to college, or you're currently in college, that would be my one piece of advice to you, is that just make sure to take advantage of all the resources. Find, something, an extracurricular activity, a club, something that you can really be passionate about, and that will introduce you to a group of people no matter what, and I guarantee you'll meet a lot of people you might not have otherwise met if you just put yourself out there and try new things. I'm not sure quite what else to talk about, other than, the fact that I've changed a lot, I have a lot of opinions, I have a lot of opinions about movies and video games and politics and I don't know, everything, man, life. So I'm not quite sure what you guys are interested in hearing, so let me know in the comments what you want me to talk about in future episodes, what kind of things I should tell you, what kind of details about my life you'd be interested in me sharing, because right now, I don't know, there's so many aspects of, my life in the past few years, I'm not sure quite what you guys would be interested in, but I will say this, it's pretty trippy to think about the fact that, I've grown so much and I've had this channel for a while, and I know that some of the people who still watch my videos when I make a new video or a new Flatworld, have been with this channel since I was literally, 15, 16, and now I'm 21, just started a new job, which is great because when I started this video, I didn't even have a job. So things are crazy, and it's just crazy to think that the people that have been watching me grow and with my channel for this long have also been growing themselves, especially, some of my younger fans out there. I can't even imagine how much some of the people who have always watched my videos have grown. So it's just trippy, man. It's trippy to think about. It's like, whoa. But anyways, so let's skip to the end of this pre-recorded work footage and see how the slime farm turned out. All right, guys, here we are, the finished slime farm covered in leaves, looking real green. So we did it. It's done. And as you can see, these chests are filling up with slime. These are the 2 collection chests. This is designed by ilmango. I keep mentioning that, but I just want to reiterate that. I'm going to link him in the description and the farm if you want to build it for yourself. I didn't end up building it as high as I thought because apparently it's more efficient if you do it this way and go down to bedrock level on a flat. I don't know. But the thing is, we're not going to get as good as spawns as if this was a normal world, because flat worlds have a 75% spawning decrease for slimes, which is actually probably pretty good, or else this base would get overrun, because there are other slime chunks in here and there are some spots where they can spawn. So I'm not complaining too much, but as you can see, we installed all these iron golems here. That's what attracts the slimes. They jump off these platforms, you can sort of see through the leaves here, and onto these magma blocks, and then we can just go into the basement to show the redstone off real quick. All right. So you can see there's mine carts with hoppers just going back and forth, collecting all the drops, and they will go up here and land on this hopper, and if they have anything in it, the comparator will detect that, and it will basically lock this powered rail so that the minecart does not move until it is empty. And then the hoppers carry all the items over to here, and once they're into this dropper, the comparator detects that and sets off this little hopper item chain where this weird wooden slab bounces back and forth and causes a signal to pulse through this little redstone torch tower and power these droppers so that the item just flies right up there. So that's how it all works. And yeah, again, we haven't really seen any slimes, but I promise it is working. After some time running around the base, we already have, one I don't know what to call it, one line of slots of the chest full. One row, I guess I would say. Yeah, almost one row full in each chest. So that's pretty good. So yeah, pretty happy with how this turned out. And the other thing we accomplished this episode is we got a job. When I started the video, I had a job, and I was about to lose it in 2 days. And when we're finishing the video, almost 15 days later, yeah, it took me forever, I actually have a part-time gig now, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully it'll turn into a full-time gig at some point. But yeah, let's just take a look up here before we cap off this episode. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like, and let me know in the comment section what you thought of everything. Do want to sort of start making more YouTube videos now, especially now that I'm out of school. And to be honest, college takes a lot of time, man. I think I'm going to have more time now as a working man. So, yeah, hopefully you guys will be seeing more of me. By the way, yeah, I've done some decorating. You'll see. It's all around. I've been working here and there off camera. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching again. And I'll see you next time. Have a great life, Just have a good life. Have a nice life.